Hello everyone! I'd like to welcome you to this Outra Data and Image Hub webinar for brands. This is our newest tool, and at the beginning I'd like to show you a short video what we're doing, and later on we'll go in a live presentation. My name is Sigi Müller and I welcome you to this webinar. Thank you for watching this short introduction. And now we'll go to a short presentation with a few slides. And afterwards, I will show you a live presentation of the Data and Image Hub and what we can do for you as a brand to exchange your data with your retailers on a very efficient way. So we from Outra, we are the ecosystem for the outdoor bike and sports industry. That means we are working exclusively in this industry to help this industry to manage their data and the exchange of data between brands and retailers efficiently. Most of the brands and retailers know us from our previous tool, which is the Where to Buy Local. This is the first tool we developed to tackle a specific need in the industry, which is there that each brand has hundreds more or thousands of retailers, but the consumer doesn't know which product is available at which retailer. That's what our Where to Buy Local tool does. So we really enable you as a brand to show on your website at which local retailer your specific product is available. And based on this product, there's a special feature in the Where to Buy Local tool. This is the shop window. And for the shop window tool, we need all the product data from the brands to enable the shop window tool. And 2 years ago, some of our customers came to us. They said, "Hey, Sigi, you have all this data, you have the content, you have the images. Can't you make this content accessible for us as retailers, for the retailers, so that brands don't have that much effort to exchange this data with their retailers?" And that was the base for our data and image hub. So right now, we have the problem in the industry that retailers receive product data and images from brands in own formats in different ways, which makes the onboarding of these products in the online shops or in the POS systems of the retailers really time-consuming and inefficient. For example, if a retailer is there that has 200 brands, for example. Brand 1 sends the retailer the data via XLS files, images in JPEG format, and as delivery via our own B2B portal. I think each retailer has 200 logins to different B2B portals nowadays. Brand 2 sends to the retailer the data via Excel and the images via in PNG. So it's another format for the images, totally different from JPEG. Brand 3 sends CSV files for the product data and TIFF files with images. So really totally different. And the brand has a real, the retailer has a real issue with this because it's really time consuming to get this data into their POS system or into their online shop. On the other side, you as a brand have sometimes much more work with adjusting this Excel sheets or this templates for different retailers, because some of the retailers, might it be REI or Bergfreunde or Intersport, they have specific needs for their product data, how they want the data to be delivered or how the images shall be named. So it's really time consuming for you as a brand to bring this data to the retailers. Also, it's hard for you as a brand to send updates to your retailers, because when you have new images for your products, or you have a new description, or you had to change something in the description of the products, it's really complicated to send this updated information to your retailers, because you don't want to have the retailers the old images or the old description of your products in their online stores. On the other hand, retailers have many problems with getting this data into their online stores or into their POS systems, because when they have 200 different B2B portals, it takes weeks to get this data into the shop. And it's much easier for them if they would have a central place where they can get this data to import them into the system. Also, sometimes you as a brand send to your retailers whole bulk files with many, many information about all the products of your season, the whole Prycat file, for example, and the retailer needs only a few products of this. So it's complicated for them to get this information out of the file. Also, for getting this product data into the system, retailers program many import files for each brand, and this is really time consuming. And if there is a fast way for product data to be integrated in the online store of the brand, of the retailer, it's much easier for the retailer to get them, and the product of the brand will be online much faster. That was the idea about how we will create a solution for this, and this is the Outra Data and Image Hub. We will enable an efficient exchange of data and images between brands and retailers, national and international. That means we are based in Germany, but our customers are all over the world. So we are really looking there to get retailers from all over the world in there. We have many customers all over Europe from different countries. We don't think national, we think international, because our customers are always international, and that's what our intention is. So we want to enable you as a brand to share your data with your international retailers. For that reason, we created Outra Data and Image Hub with a centralized approach for the data and image exchange within the industry to save time and money for you as a brand and for your retailers. The system works kind of this. So we get the data from the brands. It's most times are Excel files or CSV files, images via download or images via zip files. We import this data to our system, and now we enable retailers to access this data from different brands at once. So it's really easy for them to get the data. These export files for the retailers can be specific for this retailer. So if a retailer needs JPEG files and XML files for the data, we can adjust the export so the retailer gets really this XML files and this JPEG files as images, and we convert every PNG image then to a JPEG image. So this really enables the retailer to onboard the products really fast. If another retailer wants PNG images and CSV file as an export, totally possible. So We just create an export template, which is a CSV file with a CSV file and images as PNG, no problem at all. And big retailers are eager to get the API. The API is an interface which can be used to automatically update the data in the systems of your retailers. So there is no manual login needed for the API. It can be done automatically, and that's a really fast way and a really efficient way to bring this data to the retailer. And now we will go to a live presentation, and I'll show you the first time in a webinar for brands how this looks like. So if a retailer logs into our system, it looks exactly like this. You have on the left side, you find all the brands which are activated for this retailer. On the top, you have a search bar, and on the right side, you have the quick download. On the left side, you see brands which are already activated for the retailer. But if the retailer is new, every one of the brand has a gray logo in there. So the retailer has to click on the logo, and then the retailer has to request the access to this data from you as a brand. That means we don't give any kind of data out to retailers without your allowance. So you have to activate each of the retailers, and then we can send this data to the retailer. You are in full control of your data. If a retailer requests the data from the brand Gonzo in this example, the brand manager will get information about this, and then the brand has a special login where they can manage the permissions for these users. So for example, I have a brand dashboard with permissions, and then they have here the possibility to manage the permissions for each of the retailers. So you can see here which of the retailer are already activated, and you can also filter to see which of the retailers request data from you and are not activated right now. Now you can see, for example, Rimmel Sports. Okay, I want them to have access to the data. You just click on this button and they are now activated. If you go back and then you can see, okay, Rimmel Sports is no more retailer of us. You search for it and you can deactivate it again. So it's really as easy to activate or deactivate the retailers which can see your product data. Now, if you activated a retailer for your product data, they will see your logo in the left side here on the top. And now there are different ways how the retailer can access this data. When you click on the logo, you see here category level. And at the beginning, there is the master file downloads. That means if you click in here, there is a possibility for the retailer to download your master file, Excel in this case, for a whole season in one place. And also there's a zip file with all the images for this season in one place. They can click on it and it can download all the images at once. The important thing here is to know sometimes these master files are not created out of one file. It's not just a pry-kit or so. Sometimes we get 5 different files from brands, and we create one master file out of this whole bunch of files. So this is a service which we offer you as a brand to create these master files for your retailers. But also there are different ways to access the data on product level. So for example, if the retailer just wants backpacks from Ortovox in this case, click on backpacks. And now you see all the backpacks from the season autumn winter 23 from Ortovox, which are activated for the retailer. And now, as you can see, some of the products are already in my download list. So that means if you click on the top right of the product, it's in the download list. And via the download list, you can create a list of products you want to download. You put a product in a download list if you click on the top right side. If you click on the product directly, you will come to a product detail page where you can find all this information about the products. You see a description, a teaser, materials, manufacturer attributes, and many more information. All the information we get from the brands about this product. So this is like a digital catalog. Also, the retailer can find here all these images from this product and also videos. If you as a brand send us videos, we will activate it here in the P2P. So it's really easy for the retailers to get access to the videos. If you decide to put this product in a download list, click here on the top right, and then it's directly integrated to the download list. As you can see, here is also a language switch for the content of this product. It's I'm right now in an English account, but if there's a retailer from Germany or from France logging in, they will get the data in German, for example, in this case, for this specific product. So it's really easy for the retailer to see which content is available for this product and which images are available. But this P2P is not just important for your retailers, but many times this P2P is used from marketing departments, also from the brands on their own, to give marketing teams access to this data, because sometimes this data is really complicated in file systems and it takes long to access each image from a specific product. Here is a way which is really fast. Or when we are talking about PR agencies, you can also give access to this data for your PR agencies, and then they can access the data here. So this is a really cool tool where you can think which department could need access to this. So we talked with many brands about different use cases, and I'm sure you have some in your mind, and we're happy to know. So please tell us, and we are happy also to support your use cases. So we put now some of the products in the download list, but as our system offers the access to the data from different brands, we just change the brand for Zener in this case, go to some bike tricots, put them in the download list. Also, we can go to Meyer, fleece jackets, put some other fleece jackets in the download list. And so we can build up this download list in a really easy way, like in a shop. Another way to access this data is the search, the quick search. If you search, for example, for the Trot 30, you'll see, okay, this is a backpack from Autovox, and this backpack is available here. Put the entire product to the download list, done. So it's a really easy way to access this data. Now you find here on the top right the download list. In this download list are all the images which the retailer created and wants the data. Now, if this download list is ready, just click on download now, and yeah, I'm done with it. And now the system in the backend is going there to see where do I get this data from. It selects the data from the database. It selects all the images. The system converts these images for this specific user because we have a specific configuration for this user I'm using. And then all this data is compressed in one zip file, and the user will get a download link via email to the zip file, or can find a download link directly here in the inbox. Now, when you click on the download link, a zip file will be downloaded. I just open this file. Here we are. This is from tonight. So we go into there. As I said before, there's an Excel file and there's images folder. If you go to images folder, you see here these images from Meyer, from Autovox, from Zener, and from Vaude. And as you might see, these images have a special naming convention. This is a configuration we did for this user I'm using here for the presentation. So in this case, we have a naming convention which starts with the brand name, then with the product name, then with the model number, then with the color ID, and the color name of this specific product. So this is for all the images this user downloads from all the brands. It's the same naming convention, so this can be used in the systems. This configuration, the standard configuration, looks a bit different. The standard configuration looks like this, where we will send the images like we got them from the brands directly to retailers. So in this case, as you can see, there's no convention. Each brand sends us their images in different formats with different names. This is what we get from the brands, but we can change this for the retailers to make this data really easy, accessible, and usable in the future. What I said before is that we have an Excel file here, which is in a zip file. And if we open this Excel file, this is what we get as standard export for our retailers. We use here a standard export which was created with the European Outdoor Group. They had some discussions with many brands and retailers to see which attributes are needed to exchange the data between brands and retailers in an efficient way. And this is the base we use for exchanging this data. But this base is adjustable for each retailer. So if a retailer needs special fields, we can access this. We can create these fields for the retailer if we have the data from the brand. So it's always we need the data from the brands, and then we can create these special fields for the retailers. If you look in the standard, we have we have here a product set ID and color set ID from Outra, which is kind of a grouping information where we enable retailers to group this data in a specific way. Then we have the GTINs, we have the GLNs, we have the product identifier, we have the product short description, so that's the product name in German, English, and French. This is the standard export. We can also do it in Spanish, Italian, Norwegian. It depends on your needs. We have the brand, FIDAS code, sex, age group, and many more information. Product long description in different languages, activity, sustainability information, material information, videos, if we get videos from the brands, which are here as links. And also, we have here the images. In the images, there's a special thing we do here. Sometimes we get images from brands as a zip file or as a Dropbox links or WeTransfer links, so they are not accessible via HTTP. So the retailers can't download them on an easy way or not automatic way. That's why we put all the images we get from the brands onto our own servers. There we save them. And now we can give the retailers access via download link to exactly these images. That means they can process the image import automatically. They don't have to go there to do a manual way in getting the images to their systems. We also categorize these images. So at the beginning, we have image 1 till 10, which are normal images we get from the brands. But then we try to see which is the front image, which is the back image, which is the left or right image. Because some of the retailers want to have the front images at the beginning of their online shop. So we need to know which is the front image for this, or which images are detail images, which images are model images, which images are hollow images. So this is information we get from the brands. We extract sometimes from your file names of the images, and we give this information to your retailer. So it's really easy for them to create their own visual presentation of your product in their stores. There's also much more information there, but this is the most important thing here. So as you can see, there's much information which we consolidate, which we get from several brands, and we can make this accessible for your retailers in a really easy way. If you go back to the Outra Data and Image Hub, you will also find the quick download feature on the right side. This quick download feature was created based on an idea which came from some brands. They contacted us and told us, hey, some of our retailers just need images for 5 products. So how can, and it's really complicated for them to search the products and everything else. And it's, this is the idea behind the quick download. The quick download makes it really easy for retailers to get the data for specific list of GT numbers or EN numbers. It's really easy to just copy and paste a list of ENs in there or GT numbers. Click on download now, and the system now will create a zip file with images and this export template for this retailer to get that where the retailer can get this information. Now the system works like at the download via the download list. It creates here in the inbox, creates a zip file, and the retailer will get an email with this information. So they can just download this information there. The download is ready. Click on it, open it, and now we will see these are exactly the images from the GT numbers I just pasted in there. Really easy, really fast. And now we can also think together with you, how can we use this feature also in other ways? So we are open to talk with you how this quick download feature can also be used, for example, in your ordering process. So we are open to think if, for example, if an order is placed on your site, if you don't want to send a link to your retailers in this order process where they can download exactly the images for this order. Talk to us. We are open to discuss these features. Last but not least, I said we have a API for this tool. That means when you go for API documentation, we have an API which can be used from each of the retailers to get access to this product data which you as a brand allowed them. So it's important to know they just get information which you allow them. And this API can be used to do an automatic update or automatic import of the product data into their systems. The nice thing here is if this is programmed once, they don't have to log in anywhere. They just need this API. They send us a list of GTINs, and the API will answer with the content for this GTINs and all the content I showed you before and much more. So this is a really powerful tool for your bigger retailers to get your information in the system. Also here, there's update feature integrated. It means we have a filter here where the API can tell the retailer which products changed after a specific date. So for example, a retailer use this API once a day to check if there is no new product data created for him in the last week or so. And then we will answer automatically with this product data which was created for him in the last week. This also works for the retailers which use the platform to download the data. So for example, if someone uses the download list here to download specific product data, we know exactly which retailer downloaded which product at which time. And this enables us to inform this retailer that there were changes at this product which he downloaded. So the retailer gets a mail from us, okay, here, please update your product because it was changed in the last week or so. This is also integrated here in the system. These are features which were already, or which are already in the system, and we are not standing still with this. So many of you might heard about the SDEX project from the European Outdoor Group and the BSI, which has the intention to make it easier for you as a brand to exchange your sustainability data information with several retailers. Because right now you might know that many of the retailers send you specific questionnaires about sustainability data. And the EOG created a working group with several brands and several retailers to create a unified questionnaire so that you as a brand only have to fill out one questionnaire and not 10 for 10 different retailers. And this questionnaire will be integrated in the Outra data and image hub in the future. So this is something what we do because we are the official technical partner of the European Outdoor Group. and we will create possibility for you as a brand to integrate this sustainability data into the data hub, so your retailers can access it directly here via the data hub. Also, there are several other ways where we think with you as a brand to create more value here. For example, when we're talking about translations. So we have brands, they send us their product data, and they have this product data in German and English. But there are many French stores out there, and right now the French distributor is in charge of translating them. Or in Italy, they don't have anyone who is in charge of creating product data in Italian. This is a service we just will launch with several brands, where we in our system will translate the product descriptions from your base language based on AI and different other tools into a language you selected. So this is a really easy way for you as a brand to offer your content in different languages for your several retailers worldwide. So this is something we just creating together with you. As I told you before, we are here in the industry, we're talking with the industry, and we are really close to with you in the industry to see which tools and where can we help with our tool to make it really easy for you to exchange this data with your retailers. Another tool which we will launch at the end of September or October is the generating of individual content or individual product descriptions for retailers. So retailers came to us and asked us, okay, we have here all this content, but every retailer gets right now the same descriptions from the brand. So one brand creates one descriptions and 500 retailers have the same description. This is not very SEO friendly. So retailers are there to create own descriptions, and that's where we see possibility to help. So if a retailer wants to have individual product descriptions, we can create them AI based on with different tools to make a really good descriptions for the retailers. This is a service we offer for the retailers, but yeah, I think could also help you as a brand to sell more in the different countries or with the retailers which use this kind of systems. Yeah, this is kind of what we do right now, and we are happy to see where we can go from here. As I said before, we are here in the outdoor sports and biking industry, and we are really close with different of the brands. We talk with many brands, with many retailers. We developed a tool now for this industry. We have many retailers already integrated in the Ultra Data and Image Hub, although we just started a few weeks ago. So this is something which is really needed in the industry. For you as a brand, important to know this access to this data is free for the retailers. So the base data is free for the retailers. If they want additional services, they pay for it, but this base data access is free. And you as a brand charged based on the amount of products and the amount of retailers you want to get access to it. If you want more information about this tool, please feel free to contact us. Either contact me on LinkedIn or contact us via our websites. We are really happy to also do a presentation for you and to really go into your questions if you have some more questions here, and to see how can this tool help your case. So we know every brand is different, every business is different, and we like to understand your processes and where we can help in these processes to make it more efficient to exchange the data between brands and retailers. If you are on the European Outdoor Summit in the end of September, we are also there, also as a sponsor, and we are really happy to meet you there. Give us a call, come to our booth, and we are really happy to talk with you there. And yeah, that's all for today. Nice to we're happy that you that you joined this webinar, and see you on a live event in the future. Bye bye.